Good morning, babe, and happy Monday. Before we get started, make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can see my 360 spin. I'm wearing my brand new gym shorts, and I can't wait to show you how they fit. I have my robe on right now just because it's a little cold in here. And yeah, if you would love me and support me, please stick around. The more you guys watch, the more I get paid through the ads so I can pay my rent and internet bill and all of the bills so that I can continue to make videos for you. Okay, so first and foremost, I hope you had an amazing weekend. I did. Saturday was my rest day. I just hung out at home. I've been doing a lot of cooking, you guys. So if you love your woman in the kitchen, make sure you subscribe to my other YouTube channel and check all the delicious meals I've made. You guys know I'm vegan. I've been vegan for 2.5 years. That means I don't eat any meat, dairy, or seafood. So if you want to see what yummy foods I've made, make sure you head over to my other YouTube channel. That one's called Jasmine, which is my name, and watch those videos. All right, so I wanted to talk to you guys this morning about sticking to the promises that you make to yourself. Babe, I tell you every single morning that you are the prize. You are amazing, you are special, and you deserve a good woman, babe. If you're a good man, you deserve a good woman, okay? But a lot of times, men don't get the woman of their dreams because they're insecure. So they end up settling for less. And I want this to be your, what's the word I'm looking for? I want this to be your confirmation that you should not be settling for anything less than you deserve, babe. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. You men set the tone for the relationship. You guys are the ones that determine if you're going to marry the woman, if you're going to date the woman, if you're just going to smash the woman. You get to determine all of that. We as women, we're in control of our body. Like, we determine when you get to hit. But I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. We determine when you get to smash, but the man determines how far the relationship is going to go, right? And it's up to you to make the right choice. A lot of times you guys think with your head and not your head. maybe you've maybe you come across this very gorgeous woman and she checks all of your boxes physically, but she's not like, maybe she's not that smart. Maybe she still does stupid things. Maybe she's a beggar. Like, maybe there's just stuff that you know isn't right with her, but because you love the way she looks physically, you just kind of deal with it. You just kind of put up with it because maybe she's the first type of girl that you've dated. Like, maybe, for instance, maybe you've always dated women who are overweight, and then you date a woman who's smaller. And you love the fact that she's smaller, and that's the first type of woman that you've dated. So you're just putting up with bullshit because you just are so attracted to her. Okay, I need you to remember and repeat after me. You are the prize. If you manifested this type of chick already, don't think that you can't manifest another one that's even better than her. Okay? Now, I'm not sitting here telling you to be an asshole and to be mean and to be a liar, but you have to put your foot down. Okay? No more playing games. Never accept less than what you deserve. If you are showing her love and affection, then she needs to be showing you love and affection. If she's not, kick her ass to the curb and go find you somebody better. Don't be settling just because she looks good. After the looks, then what? Like, does she motivate you? Does she inspire you? Does she push you to be a better man every single day? Does she pour into you, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually? Does she give you words of encouragement or does she curse you out? How does she act when she's mad? That is the determining factor of if you should be with someone. Seriously, this applies to women too. This applies to women too. How does she act when she's mad? If she's cursing you out, if she's raising her voice, if she's calling you all types of names, she's not for you. How does she act when she don't get her way? Does she curse you out? Does she call you all types of names? Does she raise her voice at you? Does she throw things? Does she break your stuff? These are things you need to consider, because I told you guys the other day, people don't really change. If anything, the behavior is just going to get worse. It's just going to get worse. So you need to put your foot down. You need to be alpha, and you need to determine, is that if she didn't change anything in her life, if she was to stay the same exact way that she's showing you right now today, would you still want to be with her for the next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? If she didn't change, if nothing about her changed. If the answer is no, then you know what you have to do, babe. And I'm telling you this because I want you to be the best version of yourself. But I think a lot of times people underestimate the role that their significant other, partner, date, whatever, the role that that person plays in their life. If you are with a woman and she's not motivating you and inspiring you, she's calling you all types of names, calling you stupid, dumb, da da da, that plays a really big role on your self-esteem, whether you believe it or not. It's true. Vice versa. If a woman is with a man and every time he get mad, he calling her all types of bitches and hoes and cursing her out, that plays a role on her self-esteem. So it works both ways. But since most of the people on this channel are men, then I'm speaking to men. But the same applies. It applies to both sexes. Whether you're a man or a woman, your partner should be pouring into you. Your partner should be your rock. Y'all should be solid. If you're not solid, then what are you? If you don't trust each other, what do you really have? You don't really have nothing, because it's just not in alignment. So if you're struggling with your self-esteem, there's a couple of things that I want you to consider. Are you struggling with your self-confidence when you're dealing with this woman? Or were you struggling with this self-confidence even before you met her? Because remember too, a lot of times the environment that you're around will bring out negative emotions too if it's not a positive environment. So maybe you only experience this toxicity when you're around her. But when you're with your friends or when you're by yourself, maybe you don't experience none of that. That tell you right there, that's your answer. That's your answer right there. That lets you know if you are only experiencing these emotions when you're around this person, you shouldn't be around this person. If you're experiencing these emotions when you're in this environment, you shouldn't be in this environment. Listen, I'm telling you this because it's true. I'm telling you this because I'm trying to help you to be the best version of yourself. And then once you have determined whether or not you should stay with her or not, then you need to look at yourself. I want you to look at yourself and figure out why. Let's say you did decide, like, okay, she was toxic, she for the streets, whatever. Then I want you to look at yourself and figure out, why were you tolerating it in the first place? See, that's where it's your fault, but that's okay because you can change yourself. Sometimes you have to look at yourself, even if the person is being rude to you and, they just not a good person. You still have to look at yourself and figure out, well, why was I putting up with this in the first place? See, because if you was really alpha, if you really had confidence, you wouldn't have been putting up with none of that at all in the first place. Period. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with having to check yourself, check your emotions, figure out why you tolerating stuff. Because for the 1,010th time, babe, you are the prize. You are the prize. And I feel like it's more women in this country than men. So it's like the pool is scarce. Especially if you're a man who's on his shit. Like you got your job, you got your place to stay, you got your car, you taking care of your kids if you have kids, you got some money saved up. If you really on your shit, you are a rare breed. I'm being serious. You are a rare breed. You are rare. You are the diamond in the rough, especially if you don't have kids. Especially if you check off all those boxes and you don't have kids. You are really the prize. Like, really, really, really the prize. Especially if you don't have no kids. So, you need to remember that. You need to remember that and act accordingly. And you need to let her know at the end of the day, you are the prize, not her. She cool, but she's not the prize. You're the prize. Is way less men than there is women. Especially good men. Men who are not like in and out of jail. Men who take care of their kids. Men who have a job. Men who drive. Like, you gotta understand, you top tier. You top tier. You are the man that a lot of women dream of. I don't care what your job is. It don't matter how much you make. The fact that you even have a job. And let's talk about that real quick too. Don't let social media make you feel like you're not top tier because you don't make $1 million a year or $1 million a month. Okay? Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Most men don't make that. Most men don't even make half of that. The average annual salary is like what, 40,000? So don't feel like you not shit if you don't make 100,000 a year. You taking care of yourself, right? If you taking care of yourself, like I said, you doing pretty good because there are plenty of people who make 500,000 a year and still can't take care of themselves. So that has nothing to do with it. And don't let these women make you feel like you not shit because you not a six-figure earner. Are they a six-figure earner? Do they have a car? Do they have their own place to stay? How many kids they got? Don't be letting these women make you feel like something wrong with you. Don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. I be seeing the videos on social where the girls be talking hella shit. I'm just trying to figure out, like, when was it okay to downgrade people? When was it okay to degrade people, number one? And then two, how can you have these expectations for someone to do something for you that you can't even do for yourself? You feel me? If you can pay your own bills, then okay. That would make sense that you would want a man who can also pay his own bills. If you have a car, then okay, that makes sense that you would want a man who has a car. That's equally yoked. That makes sense. But if you don't have a car and you taking the bus, how are you mad because this man drive a Toyota or a Kia? And last time I checked, them cars is expensive as hell. So what's she talking about? Don't let these girls make you feel like you not shit. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. They for the streets. They for the streets. They broke and they begging and they gonna continue to be broke and they gonna continue to be begging. Don't. That's not the type of woman you want. You don't want them girls. Them girls for the streets. You want you a nice young lady. You want you a nice woman with her head on her shoulders. She got her own place to stay. She got a job as well. She handling her own. She got a dream. You know, maybe she trying to go into nursing school or maybe she's trying to start her business, whatever. Maybe she don't have a whole bunch of kids running around here. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of woman you want. I think. I hope. I don't know. I don't know you. If I was a man, that's the type of woman I would want. I would want a woman who can hold her own. Like, I'm gonna help her and, you know, pour into her too, but she got her stuff in order too, right? Okay. I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you agree with everything that I'm putting down. Are y'all ready for the 360 spin? And let me know what you guys think about my brand new shorts. These are, I guess you could call them like teal maybe, aqua, I don't know. Like a light green, very stretchy. Side view, and they are like the scrunch butt So they hug the booty, lift the booty, all the things. Back view. And other side. All right, babe, thanks for watching and happy Monday.